Trying to make it potentially a one-possession game. Up and under Pacey's. That's what they need right there. Force one here. Up to Chin, who throws it down. Minkler, good ball fake, gets to the 10. Count it and the foul. Two buzzer beaters to his credit. Goes down the lane, double pump.
There it is.
Cut! Another! And it's a steal by Soden to the rim. He's got the layup and Bedford's got the lead. McGeady drives, Strand open, three-pointer up and in. Wow. And they come up with a steal. O'Connell looking for the flush.
Make guys shoot twos.
Step back, Castro trying to tie the game. Juanena up the sideline, Castigway, double pump. Shot up and in! Up and in! Trying to find Bono. Mike with the steal! Mike is going to run off the clock! Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Exeter. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you, getting set for our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. The Londonderry Lancers taking on the Exeter Bluehawks here in week number 2. Both teams got off to a winning start back on Friday night. A road victory for Exeter. No problem with Salem, 66-43. Kicking off another season for head coach Jeff Holmes. And, of course, on the Londonderry side, they also look good in a double-digit win. That one in Londonderry over Winnicunnet, 68-55, the final score there. So
that surprised me.
Pykush has got his group off.
Yeah,
to a good start.
That victory that early surprised me a little bit. Winnicunnet, I think, was kind of down last year, and I thought this year they might raise their level of play just a little bit. Londonderry, I know, is tough, but look, remember the big fella last year, the really big fella they had in the middle? So they lost him, but they bring back so many guys that were, sophomores when Coach Pykush took over.
Yes.
So he's had these guys now, this is their third year. They're going to be, I think, pretty good because they know each other well.
Large group of seniors for Londonderry, 9 in total. So we get a look there at longtime head coach Jeff Holmes on the left. His group,
he's got good hair,
went to the quarterfinals last year. As usual, Exeter right in that Division I mix. And a couple bounces either way. They're in the semifinals again if they could have held off Trinity. But they bring back 3 starters, 2 of them all-staters. And both should be on display in full effect tonight. Nate McNeff, the junior, handle the ball a lot, and Nick Greco can cover a lot of ground with that length. He's a 6'3" senior.
Yeah, and they have the big kid, Thibodeau, who contributed a little bit last year, blocked some shots, tough to defend inside. The big man you don't see too much these days, being that involved in the paint. We're going to see that in Rodriguez when we watch Nashua, South play. Big fella, Nashua, North. So Exeter is always pretty good, no matter what happens. Like we talked about earlier, the program just keeps sending up new players that understand the system, know how to play together, and he runs things that he doesn't change what he runs. They press a lot. They run an offense that nobody runs anymore quite frequently, a version of the flex, his version, which is fun to watch. And teams aren't ready for that anymore. Teams expect you to come down and just, move the ball, pass and cut, and shoot threes. But he does it a little bit different still, and it's been very effective, and they win. He wins, they win. That's how it works.
Both teams known to get creative defensively as well. Should be a good chess match tonight.
Should be fun.
Between Exeter and Londonderry. Well, we mentioned those opening night opponents for these two teams, and they both got victories last night. In fact, there was basically a full schedule. On Monday night, a light schedule here for Tuesday.
That's
and of course,
weird, right?
Later in the week, we are in action again as BG takes on Bedford. First, though, business tonight. Bluehawks and Lancers. Somebody's going to leave the gym 2-0.
Yes,
we
they
begin
are.
to find out on the other side. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Head coach of the Wolves, Jeff Holmes. The official sports match contest, Steve Roach and Bob Grant. At this time, we please stand able and gentlemen, please remove your gear for the performance of our national anthem.
State.
Oh, my goodness. His
Doing a
voice
good
is
job
velvetly smooth.
with the national anthem.
Oh.
No, not the national anthem, the starting lineups.
Starting lineup,
We heard the
yes,
instrumental of the national anthem. It sets the stage for two unbeaten teams very early, as we know. Full week
Very
of action this week, statewide. The season kicked off back on Friday night. Both of these teams victorious in their season openers. All right, Justin, what do we look for tonight?
Well, we got to find out whether or not Londonderry can handle Exeter's pressure. I think they do a great job with their full court press. How do they handle that man offense? And how these juniors, now seniors for Londonderry, how are they going to react to this new team? Kind of a new team without the big fellow they had last year in the middle. You know, how will they handle that? And with Exeter, you know, they lost their leading scorer, right? I think right. One of their leading scorers they lost to, who would shoot from anywhere on the floor.
It was a good up and under move.
Absolutely.
It's going to get Exeter on the board first. Nick Greco, one of the 2 All-State selections, to return here for Coach Holmes, the 6'3 senior. Good spin move, and here's that defensive look we expected.
Yeah, half-court trap. See, how will they handle the half-court trap when there's a turnover right off the bat?
Traveling is called.
And it's
early.
early.
We see Mason Paquette drag the foot there upon the catch. Speaking of Paquette, the 6'3 senior had 31 points to lead the way in that victory over Wyndham to open up the season back on Friday.
31 against Wyndham already. It's weird that, I don't know, I guess I missed a game, and there were games on Monday, which is very peculiar. You don't see games on Monday.
No.
I don't know what that was about, but.
There's a finish off the window. This Jack Thibodeau got a lot of action last year as a sophomore. He's 6'7".
He looks older, too.
And now as a junior, commands some of that inside attention. He scores his first bucket. Exeter stays in his zone. Here's a bounce pass down low off the fingertips.
Turnover.
And turned over. Garrett Nalick, a 6'4 freshman in the lineup for Coach Pychuk. Couldn't quite secure it underneath the rim there.
Man, he's probably got some still, even though he probably already played a first game, there's some second game jitters on the road. Right, his opening day was home game, right? So now you're on the road as a freshman.
3-pointer. Off target. Tracked down off the bounce for Londonderry by Matt Luongo, the 6'2 senior. One of 9 seniors on this big Londonderry roster. Backdoor catch. Too strong off the glass. Over the shoulder attempt for James Totten won't go. Londonderry remains scoreless. Here's a 3-pointer. No good from the wing for McNeff. Weak side rebound controlled by Paquette. Londonderry comes the other way. Tension down low. Now high post. Drive and kick. 3 on the way. Way too strong.
Little bit too much adrenaline today.
Rebound weak side goes to Greco. 4-0 Exeter. Greco inside, can't get that to work off the glass. And again, Londonderry comes the other way. Here's Cam Madden, drive and kick, Paquette, eye on the rim, trying to drop that shoulder. Good rotation, frees up a man in the corner. 3-pointer Luongo won't go, and another rebound. Hauled in for Greco.
Greco kind of does it all, doesn't he? Rebounds, plays good defense. He's really good in the paint. Old school, moves in the paint. Good footwork. There's the flex. There's that open 3-pointer off the down screen. There it is.
It's all net. Thibodeau 5 points early.
And Thibodeau is not normally a 3-point shooter, but if you're that wide open, right, you got to take it.
The big man hits in rhythm. 7-0 Exeter.
He looks like a different, more confident player this year, too.
3-pointer halfway down, won't go. Thibodeau will stay with it and secure the defensive rebound for Exeter. Blue Hawks 3 minutes in. 7-0 lead. Greco, good switch, no shot.
Yeah,
Other side for Tyler Ream.
Thibodeau's grown into his body a little bit. I think you can tell. Moving well. There's that post play inside.
Greco fadeaway on the block. Can't get it. Weak side rebound for Nalick. And Londonderry continuing to try and figure things out offensively. A turnover in the corner there.
Yeah, they're having a little bit of trouble with that half-court trap. If you don't practice that, so if you didn't scout them or didn't know they were going to do it, a half-court trap, you come in, you got to go, oh, no, that's a timeout. Let's figure out what we're going to do, how we're going to attack, that half-court trap. You got to try and get the ball in the middle, just like you would any other press, and then attack underneath the basket, get some cutters.
Greco looking to drive, and a foul is called. Good job by Greco. Put it on the deck with the left hand. And draws the foul from Paquette. It's the first foul either way as we near the midway point first quarter.
Well, Greco's an aggressive scorer, too. He's going to take the ball in the basket, going to shoot wide open threes when he gets them. Most of his baskets, though, if I recall from last year, were around the hoop, though. Rebounds.
One of 3 starters back in the lineup. Well, and that previous play showed the ability to put it on the deck, so.
Yeah, attack the basket.
To your point, right? Some players, more so than others, can add skills in the offseason. Greco seems to be among the right group.
I would like to see more of that. anyway. Attacking the basket, utilizing the big guys inside, getting, kind of what basketball used to be, sort of like like a symphony. You played it, everybody had a part to play, guys cutting back, moving, screening. We've kind of lost that. I think Exeter does that more than most teams because of running the flex offense.
Here's Paquette off the dribble. Going to go to the hole and get it to go with the left hand. Paquette finally breaks the ice for his squad. It's 8-2.
Now, if you're not shooting well, what do? You attack the basket? You get easy layups?
There's a floating pass. McNeff, runner.
And he got hit right in the head. No call.
Went over the top of two defenders there.
It's a tough play by McNeff. Got hit right in the head.
So good with either hand. Made it with the left. Gets himself in the scorer's sheet.
Now look here, Exeter just playing straight man. Let's see if they're going to switch.
Backdoor cut.
Great cut.
And there's the finish for James Totten. 5'11 senior, his first bucket.
Good cut, good pass.
And now back-to-back baskets for Londonderry. Can the Lancers get a stop? It's 10-4 Exeter. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in this opening frame. Behind the back, Ream trying to shake off the defender. Instead is called for a travel.
Now that was one where, if I'm coaching, maybe this is going to happen. Maybe you're going to take him out. Over-dribbling. That was a small case of over-dribbling, right? What do coaches want? Move the ball. You still want you to pass and cut and then get open threes. That's what everybody looks for now, the open three.
Both teams are going to go to the bench here as each head coach decides to tap the pine. Reset the lineups here in just a moment. Paquette backdoor. Inside out. Here's one of the newcomers for Londonderry. That's Blake Thompson on the wing.
Howard.
Drive and dump. Left hand blocked by
Good
Greco.
block.
Thibodeau the rebound. Well, Greco kind of waited till the right time there to reject that shot and get the block. Meanwhile, McNuff down the lane.
Wow.
Count it. And the foul.
Wow, that's a tough shot.
Nate McNuff able to hang and score with the left hand. He's fired up as he heads to the free throw line.
Got to make that free throw now for the and one. Take a look at that. Gets hit hard, goes down. Luckily, he's left-handed. Flicked it up. Count it.
McNuff's second field goal.
Keep an eye on that Exeter defense. They're switching it up. They came down, looked like a zone.
Foul, by the way, on Nathaniel Marshall. His first team second. 3-point play for McNeff.
Now we got a full court 1-2-1-1 press.
And it leads to trouble.
Bounce
Taken away
pass.
in the lane. Greco thought about it. And now they're going to hold on the wing here. Off the dribble. McNeff steps in.
Tough shot. Tough
Tried
shot.
to save it, Thibodeau, but couldn't get there.
That's a tough shot. He's not afraid to go, though. So let's see what Londonderry does against this 1-2-1-1. Now, the 1-2-1-1, again, that's a rare press. You don't see that very often either. Ball gets to the middle, though. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Get the ball to the middle.
Wraparound pass taken away.
And not turn it over.
McNeff in transition. Crossover down the lane. Yes. A swooping shot off the glass there as McNeff, again with a skip in his step, and a good
Beautiful
reason why.
play.
It's 15-4
Beautiful
Exeter early.
This is too many turnovers right now. Londonderry has 4 to Exeter's 1. The press is confusing them, the half-court trap. Again, you can't just throw chest passes when they're pressing. Bounce passes, right? Fake high, throw low. Can't telegraph your pass. Again, early in the season, too. How much time has Londonderry had to practice against differing presses?
Right.
Not much, right? And Exeter is so good with all of the things they do. So they practice the press, right? They know what to do. They can break a press. He does such a good job.
Exeter, widely regarded, really year in and year out, as one of the premier Division I programs, have become so under Coach Jeff Holmes.
No, he's great.
Of course,
does a great job.
They went the whole way in 2015, went all the way to the championship, and perhaps could have done it again in 2020. But the COVID-19 situation
dastardly COVID. 3-2
canceled
zone.
the postseason tournament. at the start of the quarterfinals, so we'll never know there. But
no, but
certainly Exeter has been in
surmise.
that title mix ever since.
Absolutely. So what do
zone,
you do? 3-2 or 3-2 zone. You kind of match with the gaps, right? Find the gaps. Usually 2 up top.
Catch and fire 3. No good off the back iron by Jamison Seaman. Londonderry going to keep it. Paquette, second effort, no. And there's a rebound and a crowd for Nate Tomasi.
Tomasi off the bench.
He just checked in. 6'5" junior.
Giving Thibodeau a break. Got another big guy to bring in off the bench.
It's more size for Exeter.
Oh, here we go. Inside
Greco
footwork.
spin move and is fouled on his way up.
Got hit. Although, I have to, Marshall, he did keep his hands. If we look at the replay, looks like he kept his hands straight up. So defense, not too bad. The left hand snuck down. His teammate,
he may have elevated
straight up
a little bit as well. He gets called for a second. And a little bit of a protest there from the 6'3" senior toward the official. 2-man crew tonight, by the way. Steve Burrows and Bob Graham, 2 veterans here in Exeter. Meanwhile, Greco trying to salvage a trip at the line.
1 for 4 so far. Got to make those free throws, right?
0 for 2 there. Final minute, first quarter. There's a drive, and looking for contact, Seaman comes away empty. Exeter another rebound. McNuff, a drive and kick, looking for the lefty Jackson McDonald, who cashes in from the baseline. McDonald showing you that Exeter depth just came in.
Yeah, come off the bench, boom. I think he played last year. I remember him last year. He contributed quite a bit off the bench.
Final 30 seconds, Londonderry.
Again, 3-2 zone. So what do? You match up. Move your big man around inside. Gaps are up top. They're a little wide right now. You got to kind of find where the gaps are. Don't get trapped in the corners.
Final 10 seconds. Back to Paquette. Trying to break down this zone off the dribble with a drive and dish. Ready to fire, and knocking it down from the corner is Blake Thompson. And that's a 3. So a tough start here on the road for Londonderry. They do end on a positive note, but still with plenty of work to do after 8 minutes. It's 17-7 Exeter. Lancers look for a response when we come back. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Back here in Exeter, Bluehawks, an early double-digit lead over Londonderry. It's 17-7 Exeter. The home team playing a solid first 8 minutes out of the gate. Meanwhile, Marshall on a spin move, can't bang it high for the Lancers. McNuff, another weak side rebound for the Exeter point guard.
That was a good move, though. Good spin move around the basket, or by the basket. Not a bad shot at all. Comes that flex. Wide open. Look at that cutter. Wide open.
It is. Back door. No. Second try short and a late whistle. I believe it's going to go against Exeter.
No, I think Exeter shooting free throws.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was against the Lancer defense. Just a whistle a tad bit late. McDonald
Gillis
had a good chance on, Johnny Gillis. Yep. Another Exeter reserve seeing action here in this first half. And Gillis, the 6'1 sophomore, misses his first free throw.
I'm a little surprised at the free throw shooting right now with Exeter. I mean, they have a substantial 10-point lead, but they are only 1 for
6.
6, from the free throw line.
Gillis tack one on there. 1 for 2 for the sophomore. 18-7. And again, Londonderry has had trouble against these various defensive looks from Exeter.
There's another one.
Blue Hawks have forced now 6 turnovers. McNeff can't get the layup. Tried the coast-to-coast effort. Paquette another rebound. Get another look here at Jaden Nicala. Come on for the first time tonight. Weak side rebound goes to Tomasi, and then a foul in the backcourt.
Frustration foul. Frustration foul. And now Londonderry looks like they might go full court man. Yeah, full court man press now for Londonderry.
There's the reach in on Luongo. That's the second team foul here for Londonderry. Just over a minute played in this second quarter. Chance for the Blue Hawks to match their largest lead from that first quarter.
It was
so
very
they led by
soft.
13.
There's
Into the paint, drag the pivot foot.
Yep. Very soft full court press, man press by Londonderry. I mean, not sure what you're doing there. Either you're going to try and slow the ball down a little bit or, maybe a little more pressure. I don't know what the thought process was there after the break and why you decided to do that. You want to attack Exeter, make them do something different. Don't make it easy.
It's like a hand check here.
The
foul against Jackson McDonald. That is the first Exeter team foul of this second quarter. Meanwhile, Coach Holmes going to bring his starting center back onto the floor, Jack Thibodeau. 6'7" junior, off to a good start tonight with 5 points in that first quarter.
He's very active. He's bouncy, jumps well. So you're playing man on the out of bounds.
There's Luongo, power move up and under. And
tough
a good
play.
Box out by Johnny Gillis to secure it for Exeter. Again, the Blue Hawks looking to match the high water mark if they can score here. Greco for 3.
There
up and
he
in.
is, Greco.
And now the largest lead on the board.
It's
14-point margin at 21-7.
Yeah, and Londonderry's got to find a way to score. Having a hard time.
Greco with 6. Meanwhile, Paquette, fadeaway no. Back iron miss, and then a jump ball is called in the paint.
And it's going the way of Exeter.
Possession arrow favors the home team.
I thought for sure Exeter won the tip, too. Huh. Again, here we go. Soft, full court pressure. I mean, maybe you're trying to tire out the point guard a little bit, but...
McNeff, the All-State selection from a season ago, lost the dribble. Taken away by Nicala. It goes all the way, and then it is swatted out of bounds by Greco.
Pump fake. You got a pump fake.
Big-time rejection there. His second block of this first half. The 6'3" senior came flying in there with that right-hand swat.
That head by the net and everything. High leaper. Good clean block, too.
That got this gym excited. Backdoor and a foul. Luongo able to draw the whistle there on his way up. The Londonderry senior will shoot 2.
Yeah, you stick that hand in there, bad things. Bad things happen, Nick. Bad things happen.
Both teams 1-0 following double-digit wins back on Friday night. That was opening night. Lancers with a win over Windham. And Exeter on the road got it done against Salem. Both Windham and Salem victorious last night. A lot of Monday night action. And we've got to look at the Tuesday night scoreboard coming up at halftime as well. Meanwhile, a violation.
Yeah, no basket. Is that over the line?
Off the point. It's going to keep this at 21-7. Somebody stepped in early.
Yeah, early, huh? Oh, you got that. That's frustrating because he made the free throw, and they need every basket they can get right now, too. Every basket.
Greco flashes open down low, trying to back down his man. Goes up and under for 2 more.
That's strength. That is just brute strength in the paint by Greco.
The game's highest scorer with 8.
They don't have anybody right now that can guard him, Nick.
He's now scored on back-to-back possessions. And he's got a steal here. was behind the back to secure it. And Exeter's defense really making a difference here in this first half. Lancers with 7 unofficial turnovers.
Yeah, just creating havoc, causing turnovers. Oh, wait a minute. Hey now. That wasn't closely guarded, was that?
What's the call?
That's 5-second violation, but he wasn't closely guarded. There was no pressure at all. I understand the 5-second call and why you would do it. If we take another look at the replay, he's being defended. Here we go. Now he's back. He's too far away now. That's not closely guarded. That's just simple, I'm going to get the offense running. Here we go. Wow, that's unusual. I don't know why he would call that.
Plus, any step towards the basket is technically showing penetration, which also would trigger a restart to any count. But
and he was just way too far away. He wasn't closely guarded. Their point guard has to be able to, dribble the ball around, kind of run the offense, wait for things to happen a little bit, right?
And Londonderry is going to take advantage. 3-pointer for James Totten, starting to get himself going. A couple of field goals, 5 points for Totten. And again, Londonderry trying to stick around here. It's 23-10. A chant of defense coming from the Lancer bench as Greco is called for steps.
A little side step travel on that one.
It's the 4th Exeter giveaway. And Coach Holmes has seen enough. Timeout on the floor. Our broadcast brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations in both Bedford and Londonderry. Also in Epping. Whether it's home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance. Get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com for more. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit MGSportsFundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. And finally by the New Hampshire Tomahawks Showcase and Development for College Lacrosse. Visit NHTomahawks.com and also girls.NHTomahawks.com. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. Londonderry is trailed here on the road in this first half. Exeter led by as many as 16 a moment ago. The Lancers here with a chance to cut it to 11, maybe 10 on this trip as we hit the midway point second quarter.
I think that's a goal, right? You want to get it under or into single digits, right? Under 10 before halftime. That way you feel like, you have a pretty good chance to come back, make it easier.
Paquette trying to get himself on a roll. His second field goal.
He's got to get going, too. He's only got 4 points. And what, he had 31 the other night? Got to get himself going. Got to get open. Got to hit open shots. See, there's that wide open. Here comes that on that screen underneath. Don't force it. Got bailed out on the fourth. Bailed out.
It's going to send Huxley Brown to the free throw line, the 6'4 junior. His first chance to score here tonight. They're going to get Totten on the reach-in, as we see on the replay.
I'm 58 years old coming up in January, and I don't think I've ever met a Huxley. How about that? He's a young Huxley. That's got to be a cool family name. Huxley.
It's got a ring to it, right? Huxley Brown.
I'm feeling it. Huxley Brown.
Sounds
good.
Starter tonight.
Right.
Came off the bench last year as a sophomore.
HB, Huxley Brown.
Can't get that one to go, though.
He might be I feel like he might end up at an Ivy League school for some reason. I don't know.
Paquette just going to power that one up. Well, he's one of the premier wide receivers in the fall for the Lancers.
Paquette?
And he's also been their go-to option here early on this season. 6 points, a team high. Meanwhile, McNeff, he continues to put in work. Justin, 9 points. Now he's the game's high scorer.
And he's left-handed. He's hard to guard. You got to stay in front of him first because he's quick. And that left hand, you're going, I can't guard that. I have no idea what hand. You got to recognize what hand he shoots with. Pay attention to that.
Meanwhile, Thibodeau is putting work on the boards. His third rebound for Exeter.
A lot of reach in there. Finally called the foul. A couple fouls early.
Got it here in front of us on the sideline.
Yeah, there was McNeff has a genuine gripe.
It's Luongo who was hit with the foul.
They hit a few times. They finally called that.
And that's his second as well, Justin. So
some
now
foul
two
trouble.
different Lancers with 2 fouls apiece, 2 starters. Coach Pykush is going to eye his bench here as we head towards 2 minutes to go until halftime.
Yeah, smart. Might want to take those guys out before they get that third foul.
McNeff couldn't get the runner. Taunton the rebound. He'll bring it himself into the front court. Chance to make it a single-digit game again. Luongo into the corner. Closed out well. Nowhere to go for Casey Marsh, the junior guard who just checked in. Now it's Paquette trying to back his way into the paint. Going to rise and come up short. It may have been partially blocked.
I think so. I think he got a piece of that.
Thibodeau another rebound.
He forced it, though. You know what I mean? You got to not in the flow. He started. They had some pretty good flow. They're kind of attacking and kicking, kicking. Guys got to get their feet ready, though, so they can catch and shoot the ball, too.
Meanwhile, another foul on Luongo.
Oh,
and that is his third. So back to back, right?
Yeah.
He didn't get out in time.
But
back to back fouls on Luongo. He picked up his first personal back in the first quarter, so he's got 3 here.
Costly. That could be costly.
And he's perhaps one of their better on-ball defenders, so he's going to sit most likely for the final 105 seconds here before halftime. Meanwhile, free throw.
Are you doing math again? Stop doing math.
Up and good for.
You know how I feel about math.
Huxley
I don't feel
Brown.
good about it.
Speaking of math, we'll do some at halftime.
Oh, no.
We'll tally up the stats. Ben's got the highlights, and we'll get a scoreboard update as well as a full recap. So a lot to get to.
My curiosity is piqued with the scoreboard update tonight.
Three-pointer, no good for Thompson. Pretty good look there from straight away. It results in another Huxley Brown rebound, his second. Inside of the final minute 20 now. Greco, beautiful step back.
Good move. Tough to guard. Very tough to guard that shot.
Greco has been hot now in double figures and is the new leading scorer with 10 points. We close in on 1 minute remaining. Meanwhile, Paquette has been really just as good. 9 points now on that step back 3.
He needs to come alive, and you know what? If he's coming alive now, a little momentum, second half, he's going to need to score points, right? He's their main leading scorer. He's going to need to come alive big time second half.
Greco into the lane.
Greco again.
And a foul called under the basket. It's against Marshall, and that is his third.
Got a lot of foul trouble, too.
So you've got both Marshall and Luongo, 2 starters. 2 seniors, both with 3 apiece. And it looks like Marshall is getting set to head to the sideline here.
Going to have to, right? Have to.
Greco with the free throw.
Maybe Greco just needed to warm up. That's why he couldn't make free throws early.
So Marshall off the floor, a little bit of a smaller guard-oriented unit. Now on the floor for Londonderry here for the final 45 seconds. Meanwhile, Greco continuing to work on a game-high performance in front of former athletic director Bill Ball. We see him there a moment ago. Free throw missed.
Another turnover, right? When we're looking down.
Exactly, is going to put McNeff off to the races, but the lefty can't finish at the iron. And a good board off the bounce for Jamison Seaman. Again, a turnover on the wraparound pass this time.
22 seconds. I think Coach Holmes is last shot.
Thinking
right?
last shot. Yep.
I love that. See? Last shot, right? Wait till we get to 10.
Londonderry and a man-to-man.
Here we go. Attack the basket. Pick and roll.
Down the lane. Hangs and draws a foul. Knocked to the ground there. And a little grimace from the senior as he gets back to his feet. He may have been poked in the eye there.
That never feels good. Let's take a look. Maybe.
Tough to tell. There were some hands up near the face. You can see the contact. Either way, McNeff not going to hesitate here at the line. He buries the free throw.
He's a tough kid. Although, if I'm, Coach Pykush at halftime, let's make him go right. Let's force him right. Make him use his right hand. Too good with his left hand. He's just too good. And you know what he does? He says to you, I'm going left. I'm left hand. I'm going to go left, and you have to stop me. And right now, nobody stopped him yet from going left.
He's going to check out as well and get that, I believe, eye situation looked at on the sideline. So we'll keep an eye on that. That brings us to halftime. 32-17, Exeter with a wire-to-wire lead so far in their home gym. They've looked good on both ends.
Yeah, they
both
have.
Teams look for their second win.
Yeah, Exeter looks like they look polished. A little bit more polished than Londonderry right now. Like they understand what to do with their press. Londonderry really hasn't changed anything on defense, though, right? Londonderry's pretty much played man-to-man defense. Their full court man really wasn't, no pressure in full court. I think Londonderry's going to have to try and do something different defensively if they want to kind of make a bigger dent. You can't rely on Paquette to get 40 just because you go, well, okay, nobody else is shooting very well. We got to, what are we going to do? We got to do something different defensively to create a little bit of chaos for Exeter where they have to call timeout maybe and go, ooh, all right, how do we attack that? Right? Just to make sure they can get back because we didn't get that lead where it weren't, down into single digits. That didn't happen.
Well, we'll see what kind of adjustments, if any, Coach Pakush and his staff come up with for Londonderry. Lancers trail by 15 at the break. Coming up, we'll take a look back at that first half. Stats, highlights, analysis, out-of-town scoreboard as well. Week 2 statewide on our radar as we move forward. Halftime report on the other side. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Back here in Exeter as we get set for the third quarter. The Blue Hawks in command, 32-17 over Londonderry in game number 2. Nick Anastas, along with Justin Gorham. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire game of the week, presented by Beals Insurance. Both teams pause out of the gate with those multiple defensive looks, full court traps, etc. And it took the Lancers really a while to adjust in that first half. Exeter forces 10 giveaways, only commit 4 on their end. And they got their guys, so to speak, going early as well.
They did more scoring, spread out, more attempts at the free throw line, more aggressiveness for Exeter. And it's early in the season again. So we can look at Londonderry and go, all right, they weren't quite ready for some of the different defenses they saw. They weren't ready for the half-court trap. That was early, right away. Boom. Coach Holmes goes half-court trap. Exeter gets turnovers right off the bat, 4 in a row. Within the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game, they had 4 or 5 turnovers right away. Then they switched it up. Little full-court press, right? A 1-2-1-1, which you don't see that anymore at all. So teams look at that and go, oh, boy. So they got a turnover out of that, 1 or 2 turnovers right away out of that. And then, Londonderry got the ball in the middle, came down. Londonderry just has to find more. They have to get more of their teammates involved in trying to attack and score. They've only shot, and we talked about this at the break, they've only shot 2 free throws to the 14 that Exeter shot. Now, Exeter hasn't shot well from the free throw line, going 8 for 14, but that just shows you they're attacking the basket, though. All right? And they're rebounding. So they have 15 rebounds to 8 for Londonderry. So if you looked at it from that standpoint, Exeter is much more aggressive right now than Londonderry is in terms of, everything. Every part of the game, they're more aggressive.
Blue Hawks looking for another 2-0 start under longtime head coach Jeff Holmes. Already got a road victory under their belt to kick off the season last Friday. A 64-43 defeat against Salem. They have not trailed tonight and have led by as many as 16. For Londonderry, going to have to do it from behind. Got a great effort from Mason Paquette, their senior leader in that first half. He's got a team-high 9 points. But Paquette just one of 3 different Lancers to score throughout the first 2 quarters. Totten chipped in with 5. Blake Thompson knocked down a 3-pointer for Exeter, 2 in double figures, as both Nick Greco and Nate McNeff have 11 points each. This Friday, Justin, we're back at it on the road in Bedford as BG takes on Bedford. That's a 6:30 start. Speaking of the Cardinals, they're in action tonight. Only one other Division I game. BG with a 3-point lead in the second quarter over Portsmouth, 23-20. Meanwhile, we're underway here in the third quarter as Thompson can't connect from the corner. McNeff the other way. Little start and stop. Goes to the rim. No. Thibodeau, yes.
And he went right-handed. McNeff went up right-handed. Good rebound by Thibodeau. And guess what we just saw? We just saw another 1-3-1 half-court trap. Almost a little over half-court defense. Here's another defense that Londonderry has to react to and find a way to beat without turning the ball over.
Totten tries to split the double team and does draw a reach-in foul.
And that's what you're supposed to do, right? Double comes, or you don't get doubled. You either split it like that, which like to your point, exactly what you're supposed to do, or you don't allow yourself to get doubled. You move the ball quicker.
It's preferably the former, right?
Oh, yeah.
This one knocked into the backcourt off the left hand of Tyler Ream.
Fake high, throw low.
Fortunately for Londonderry, they keep it. Now Totten, drive and kick. Thompson ready on the wing, and this time
Thompson
he cashes in.
That's his second, right? He's one of the, and we only had 6 threes for the whole game so far, and that's sort of unique too, I think.
Yeah, both teams have played inside more often than not. But Thompson's 3 gets his club back within 14. Londonderry looks for a stop. McNuff down the lane, fade, no. Second try, up and in.
There it is again. That's just extra effort.
He's also done a good job on the glass. In addition to his game-high 13 points, also 4 rebounds. Thompson, meanwhile, thought about it on the catch.
Got to get a hand out, Thompson. Don't reach. There it is. Don't reach.
Trying to slow down Paquette. Foul is committed by Greco.
See, that's just You know what? That's a weird play. You just reach, and most of the time when you do that, you're going to get called for a foul.
That's his second.
And do you want to go, do you want to play defense? Sometimes you just go, I'm just going to reach and I'm not going to worry about it. I don't want to work that hard to go by it. Other times you think you're going to get the steal, but you're just not going to get it.
It was a good effort on the offensive glass here by Cam Madden. And that effort pays off as Londonderry awarded possession here.
Team rebound.
Almost snagged it in himself there. Ends up last touched by Exeter, so a second try here for Paquette and the Lancers. Drive and kick. Totten for three. No. Thompson, after the offensive rebound, is stripped. And Greco claims it for himself for Exeter. Chance to extend their largest lead here as the Blue Hawks out in front by 16.
Yeah, Londonderry still in the man. Haven't really changed anything just yet. I kind of thought maybe they'd come out in a full court press or try and trap even in the half court, even if you trap on a zone.
Good fade here.
Huxley, my man.
It's his first field goal.
HB.
Had a couple of free throws in that first half. The junior extends the home team's lead to 38-20. Largest gap of the night so far. Thompson is blocked from behind. McNeff's got his fifth rebound. Not sure who got a piece there. Exeter the other way. Little spin, little fade for Brown. That's too much on the shot. Paquette on the weak side glass for Londonderry.
I almost thought McNeff got a piece of that too and got the rebound. Probably not though.
Good shot there, won't work. Brown into the front court. Exeter going to slow it down.
Now we're at 18. You got to do something different. Like Londonderry's got to get some stops here. Just a couple stops.
Greco bangs his way into the lane. Misses on the fade there.
Not a good shot.
And then Paquette is knocked down at midcourt, and a foul is called against Londonderry.
They're going to call that against Greco, I think. No, yeah, Greco, I think.
If so, that's number 3.
Yeah. That's a second reach in a row. Just kind of said, I'm just going to stick my hand in there. I'm telling you, we used to teach kids instead of swinging down or straight across, you have your hands, you swing up. If you swing up, refs aren't going to think that you're trying to slap a guy, or they're not going to call that as much as if you swing down or across. So you try and teach kids to swing up.
It's the first Exeter player really in foul trouble. Greco checks out. We saw 2 Lancer starters hit with 3 fouls apiece before halftime.
Big foul trouble.
One of them is back on the floor. That's Matt Luongo, who just returned to the lineup.
Going to have to be careful.
We head to the midway point, third quarter. Exeter has been in the driver's seat throughout. Their largest lead is on the board here. Brown, no. That one sat on the iron for a moment before the rebound claimed by Luongo. Lancers trying to push. Little scoop shot for Seaman. Ends up in.
Tough shot.
Got a friendly roll on the road.
Snuck it in there.
First basket for the 5'9" senior.
When they run that flex, like Exeter's run that flex a couple times down, you got to throw the ball into your big guy. When Thibodeau is open with a guy in his back, you got to throw him the ball.
Great step through here is McNeff, again off balance, able to make it work. His second field goal of this third quarter. He's got a game-high 15 for Exeter.
He keeps going left. You're not going to be able to stay in front.
There's a turnover. Totten tried to hook up with Seaman in the corner. The pass off target. And that's a dozen giveaways now for Londonderry.
Yeah, you made a good point. You want to try and stay around 10 turnovers to kind of keep the game close. We're getting on that other end of 10 now, and it's not going to end well for Londonderry unless they stop turning the ball over.
Chance here for Exeter to go up 20 for the first time. McNeff trying to shake off a new defender. That's Jaden Nicolo just came on. Saw him off the bench in the first half as well. Meanwhile, drive and dump and dunk. Two-hand flush at the rim for Nate Tomasi, the 6'5" junior.
Wait a minute. He caught that one-step, two-hand jam. Oh, I love it.
Shades of Justin Gorham in the
Oh,
late 80s,
right? That's why I walk the way I do now. So, hey, maybe he should have laid it up.
Meanwhile, a timeout is called here by Coach Pykush as Londonderry wants to talk it over. Our broadcast tonight Brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations now in Bedford, Londonderry, and Epping. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit MGSports.com. Start raising money for your team today. And finally by the New Hampshire Tomahawks Showcase and Development for college lacrosse. Visit nhtomahawks.com and also girls.nhtomahawks.com. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. Exeter has had their way tonight, looking for their second victory in as many tries here to open up the season, leading now by the largest margin we've seen, 42-22 over Londonderry.
Yeah, and they have, six of their teammates are involved in the scoring, rebounding all over the place. Right now, Londonderry has, 4 players that have scored. Paquette, their leading scorer, but they're just not getting enough from everybody else, right? You got to make sure you keep moving the ball. You look for open shots. You got to get ready to catch and shoot. You got to get some open looks. They're not getting very many open looks.
This is a 3 out of the corner. Too strong on a good look from Madden. It does stay with Londonderry as Nikala able to track it down. Paquette now for 3 off the front iron. McNeff, another rebound. His 6th. Exeter finally able to clear the glass there. 3-pointer. Back iron miss. This one tipped to Nikala. Londonderry wants to run. Up ahead. That one won't go for Madden. Too strong off the window. Now Exeter looking to push. Thibodeau, no. Tip, no. Third time is the try.
Got himself a couple rebounds on that one.
Back and forth action here.
Padding the stats with some rebounds.
Working on a double-double as well. Now 9 points to go with 6 boards. Final 100 seconds, third quarter. Exeter doubling up Londonderry. 44-22. In the lane, teardrop for Luongo.
Good look, wide open inside. Good pass, good look.
First basket for the senior.
More of that. They need more of that.
Foul trouble back in that first half.
Hey, he's still fighting foul trouble. He's got 3. You have to be careful.
McNeff, another.
And he went right-handed on that, Nick.
Went high off the glass for
He's going to have
points
to be
number
careful,
16 and 17 there with that field goal.
He better be careful. He did the little stare-down move after that shot. You got to be careful. Officials don't like when you do the stare-down move.
Another exotic zone here from Exeter.
They're coming way out. 3-2 zone. It looks like, we're moving around. Almost like a matchup zone.
That's
trying to trap.
Hard to diagnose. 3-pointer. Won't go. Thibodeau, another board on the weak side. As Exeter continues to have an advantage on the glass tonight. McNeff for 3. Around the rim. Thibodeau trying to keep it alive, and then a foul is called against Londonderry.
They called that against Brown, even though Brown was just kind of there. It wasn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. It's against
Right?
Exeter's Huxley Brown.
Yeah, that would have been a tough one. He just kind of stood there and didn't really have to move much.
30 seconds, third quarter. Londonderry trying to trim the gap before the fourth quarter arrives. Paquette, high post, ready to fire. And then up and in for Luongo.
Back to back, though. That works, right? The middle, if on a zone like that, if you're going to play zone and the middle's wide open, get it there and he can make that. Now Exeter has to make an adjustment. Good adjustment by Londonderry, though. Really good adjustment.
Final shot to McNeff.
Oh,
and why not?
No. Oh, no.
8 points in the quarter.
Oh, no.
And now 19 in the game for McNeff as his team's lead continues to grow. 48-26 Exeter. Final 8 minutes on the other side. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Fourth quarter here in Exeter. The Blue Hawks out in front of Londonderry, 48-26. As they have led the entire way tonight. We got a foul here on the baseline. Nick Anastas along with Justin Gorham. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Both teams with high hopes coming in after season-opening victories last week. McNeff with a rare mistake here, a travel is called. He's been the story tonight, Justin. 11 of his game-high 19 points came in that first half.
And I think that's their first turnover here in the second half, too, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right?
Just 5 in the game, you're right. They had 4 at halftime. And really the story has been this Exeter defense, no matter what the look, right?
Oh, yeah. They've done so many different things, too, where Londonderry seems confounded by what they see.
Well, there's an antidote. Paquette did his job in the first half. 9 points, his first 2 since come right there.
He's going to have to be a huge threat here in the fourth quarter if they want to kind of make a dent in this lead.
Step through. Not on Steve Burrows' watch. That's a travel.
He is not letting that go. You know, it's funny, though. They let that go in the first half.
They let that go in Europe? They
let that go into NBA,
on the playground,
WNBA,
right?
the player. I don't think that necessarily was a travel. I'm not sure. They have to use the magic of replay to see.
Greco, another rebound. He's been great tonight. In double figures at halftime.
Here's the magic of replay. Let's take a look.
Oh,
that was actually a nice jump stop after the dribble.
Was that a extended Euro step, maybe?
I don't know if that's a travel. I don't think that's a travel. But, hey, you know what? We're not down there, right? Who knows? The hardest sport in the world to officiate is basketball. So
going to get a foul here.
But thank you, Wizard. Wizard on the replay doing his thing.
That's our director, Ben Beals, back in the Beals Insurance Studios. Spot on, as usual.
At the hub, the Wizard in the hub.
Exeter never trailed tonight, led by as many as 16 in that first half and by as many as 22 in the second half. A chance to match that here. Lancers continuing to go hard defensively.
They're not giving up.
Man-to-man. McNeff just too much.
That was right-handed, left-handed, no-handed. Whatever he's doing tonight, whatever he's done has gone well for him. He's played really well.
All-state
He's my
guard.
game MVP right now. My game MVP would be him today so far.
21 points and 5 rebounds unofficially. Three-pointer.
Oh.
It's Thompson. That's his third from deep. Of course, we are familiar with him the last couple of years as the football kicker. Made some clutch kicks for Londonderry. And we're finding out here tonight he can shoot the 3-ball as well. Meanwhile, a shot there stifled in the paint. Londonderry the other way. Paquette fades and scores with his right over Greco. And that leads to a quick timeout here by Coach Holmes. Wants to nip anything in the bud here as his team's lead is trimmed to 17 with 5.5 to go.
I mean, you can still feel pretty good, but guess what? Stranger things have happened at the end of games. All of a sudden teams start to make baskets. Your team starts to go. We've talked about this. You play not to lose. That happens a lot. We saw that.
Playing to win.
Yeah, so you just got to keep doing what you do and do well. Keep playing defense, how you've been playing. Offensively, keep attacking, do what you've been doing. Don't hold up and try and just kind of, we'll slow it down. We'll try not to, we don't want to lose the game, so we're not going to play the same way. Who did we see? We saw that happen to Trinity last year, right here. Am I right? Right here.
Yes, you're right.
And that was against Exeter, right here.
Well, I would agree. We
have special effects.
We've seen some strange things happen on the court
Right?
And strange things happen with our visual effects.
That is special effects.
As
We have
well.
special effects going right now.
That's just an example of the Beals twins playing around, is what that is.
Well, that's what they can do. They do that. You know, when they're the Wizard and his twin brother,
Matt, who was right behind us.
Matt and the Wizard, you know what? We can't contain them. We can only hope to control them. Or vice versa. We can't control them. We can only hope to contain them.
I don't think we're doing either right now.
We're hopeless. We're hopeless.
Final 5:37 here. Can Londonderry come back from down 17? Coach Pykush is going to send out the dogs here. It's a full court press.
I like it. I just wish they would have done it earlier.
Exeter breaks the press, and Thibodeau is going to head to the free throw line.
Ooh, that would be the fourth one, I believe, on Luongo. Yeah, fourth foul, right? Oh, wait. Fifth
number
foul.
5, yep.
Oh, I missed one.
So Luongo's gone hard here tonight.
He played hard.
4 points on the offensive end, but always had to look over his shoulder, so to speak, with that early foul trouble. He catches up here with 5:30 to go.
Yeah, you start to think about it, and you don't do the same things you would do early in the game when you don't have fouls. Like maybe that help comes. You don't go there all of a sudden. You don't help when you should.
It can definitely throw you out of rhythm. Meanwhile, Thibodeau, he's in rhythm.
2 for 2 tonight. Thibodeau from the line. He's played well.
And he's the third Blue Hawk in double figures with 11.
Couple more rebounds if I'm not. I got 8 rebounds, so a couple more rebounds. He's going to have a double-double here, game number 2.
Paquette lost his footing. McNeff with the steal. McNeff to the rim. Another lefty layup.
He's quick. Lightning quick.
All-State a year ago as a junior. Say his senior year is off to a pretty good start as well. Exeter looking to close in on their second victory. McNeff another rebound.
Yeah, he's got 7 rebounds, too. Wow. He's played well.
Coming up with a midway point fourth quarter.
Love to have him as my point guard. Run the show. He's tough. Doesn't back down. Oh, left hand. Snuck it in.
Tough finish for Jackson McDonald.
Wow.
Sophomore got the step, hung, and then scored with the left, fading to his right. Over 2 Lancers. Meanwhile, it's Totten. A quick answer the other way in the paint for Londonderry.
They're going to need quick answers like that, and they have to get some stops, right? So steals, get some stops. Don't give up easy baskets. The Greco again.
And he'll continue to feast inside. That one good. Off the glass and the foul.
And by the way, he just did the same move again. No travel. They didn't call the travel. Same exact move right on the replay. Same exact move going to the basket. He's done it about 6 times tonight. There it is again. He jumps into it with a jump stop, goes up. It's a tough stop, tough move.
It's his first basket since halftime. 13 on the night now. That one rolls off the rim, stays with Thibodeau. Ball on the ground. Thibodeau to the rescue on the sideline. Just in front of Coach Holmes, his team trying to get their footing here on offense. Greco goes down the lane and scores again.
Nice little leaner finger roll, opposite side.
Back-to-back buckets for Greco.
What do we have here?
And then a quick whistle.
Either have blood or...
They're going to send Blake Thompson off the floor as the Londonderry senior is wiping something, it looks like, from his left cheek. The officials are also bringing a towel onto the floor.
Who made that last basket, Nick? Who just scored that? Oh, that was
Greco.
Greco.
Yep.
Yeah.
He now has 15. Been a nice night tonight for the 3 returning seniors for Exeter from a year ago. The 3 returning starters, I should say.
Right.
McNeff, as we mentioned, a game-high 21 tonight. Thibodeau working on a double-double with 11 and 9. And then Greco, as I just mentioned, now with 15 points. Meanwhile, a reach in here. This is going to go against the Blue Hawks. Johnny Gillis, sophomore, looked pretty good in that first half off the bench. He's back on the floor. He commits the foul.
That reach. Got to avoid the reach. We've seen a few of those tonight. The reach in for no apparent reason. Just sort of stick my hand in there and hope to get something. But 9 times out of 10, they're going to call a foul. Makes coaches nuts.
Paquette got that to go despite the contact.
He wanted a foul. Tough play.
Knocked down in the act, gets it to go. 15 now a team high for Paquette. Inside of 4 minutes, fourth quarter, Exeter still out in front big, 60-37.
See how Exeter's moved that flex cut to a nice high screen on the high block on the elbow. See how the screen, in the first half, the screen was at the low block at layups. Now it's at the high block.
McDonald's, pretty good drive there, but couldn't finish. Exeter the other way. I'm sorry, Londonderry the other way. Going to slow it down. Now Paquette, 15-footer up and in. And a quick timeout from his head coach is Jared Pykush.
Going
to freeze the clock here with 3:06. Still a 21-point margin on the board favoring the home team.
I mean, I'm still trying to get it under 10. I don't care what they, know. You still want to try and get down to where you go, okay, listen, what did we do wrong in the first half? Let's see if we can correct it. If we can get it down to, 10, 9, we'll feel good about how hard we work because they have not given up. I don't care if you're down by 25. They haven't given up at all tonight.
Right.
Now, they haven't scored very many points either. 39 points these days is not very much. You're not going to win very many games if you score 39 points. But you're playing against a team that plays really good defense and mixes it up, and they're smart, and they've played together for a long time. So it's just, it's a home game, too. It's a second home game. What are you going to – you're kind of in a buzzsaw situation here if you're Londonderry. You're like, what are we going to do? We just want to hang, right? You just want to hang.
Well, to your point, you want to have something to build on tomorrow when you return to practice, right?
Yes,
a
positive.
Strong second half, a strong finish.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get the win, you're disappointed, but there is some things to build on.
And we got one thing they can build on. So we send it home with, right now, they only have 4 turnovers in the second half, down from the 10 they had in the first half.
Yep.
So they've cut down the turnovers, but right now they just can't find ways to score. That's been their problem. Scoring has been their problem. Different guys scoring. Now you got some subs in, though. Look, Londonderry has some guys in that probably don't play very much, and they're getting after it. Look how hard they're playing. Defense, denying the ball, making it difficult for Exeter to run their offense. Exeter can't run the offense right now.
Blue Hawks with 2 starters on the floor and 3 reserves as well.
Turnover.
Comes off the dribble. 6th Exeter giveaway tonight. DeCalla in the lane. And then it's finished by the trailer. It's the freshman Garrett Nolick, and that's his first points tonight.
Good defense by the Londonderry bench.
Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. Backdoor. Inside out, 3-pointer. Off target from the corner. Offensive rebound hauled in by Exeter's Steve Bartell. 6'3" senior just came on. This 3 for Bartell won't go. DeCalla lost it from behind after securing the rebound for Londonderry, and that leads to a foul. As Greco was pushed there on his way to the rim. He's going to slap 5 with a couple of his teammates on the sideline.
He's probably going to come out after these free throws. If he makes a couple, they got 3 new young guys. You can tell, young guys coming in the game. 3 new young guys get to play there. Maybe this is their first action of the year. We don't know.
Greco is the only starter at this point still on the floor for Exeter here with $1:54 remaining. He hits the free throw. He's got one more coming. Coming up, we'll hope to chat with Exeter head coach Jeff Holmes, if he'll have us. I believe he is slated to speak with us a few minutes after the final horn, so that'll be fun to listen to in the post game. We'll pick his brain, of course, a full recap along with stats, highlights, and analysis as well. Plus a look ahead to Friday night's game, BG at Bedford.
It used to be a big rivalry game, too, right? Because they had a lot of kids that used to go.
Yep.
They'd leave Bedford at a time when they didn't think Bedford was very good. They'd leave to go to BG. Guess what? Now they stay at Bedford because Bedford wins everything, right? It used to be they didn't do that. Now, that's good. Should be a good game, I think.
Yeah. Bulldogs, of course, champions in 2023. And Bishop Girton, they were the champs in 2021. Meanwhile, a pretty good finish here in a crowd for Tyler Ream. I misspoke. Ream is still on the floor.
Yeah,
he
he
did
was
get
a
the starter.
He didn't play
tonight.
as much as some of the other guys did tonight, though.
Here's a rebound for Gavin Daly of Exeter.
There we go. Rookie, got a rookie in there.
Now a jump ball is called at midcourt. The ball handler Raymond Plant was tied up.
There you go. To your point, now Ream's going to take a break.
Yep. Final minute 12 here. Exeter closing in on a wire-to-wire win. Led by as many as 22. That's the gap here. It's 63-41. Up and under. Lancers will slice that lead a bit. Good strong finish for Casey Marsh.
Yeah, his first basket of the night.
It's a 5'10 junior. Final minute here, fourth quarter. Exeter, they're going to play host to Portsmouth. They get a late three here. One of their reserves. That's Mike Burke.
Yeah. He wanted to get in the scorer's book tonight or in the paper. No doubt about it.
Burke, pretty good-looking stroke for the junior there. You know, the Lancers with DeCalla pulls up, elbow, banker won't go. Offensive rebound, one dribble. Freshman left his feet.
Oh, tricky. See how he got rid of that.
Just
that
in
tricky.
time to the corner. Going to find a little bit of room here with the left-hand dribble is Evan Vago. And now Vago off the catch is going to fire a three from the wing. That one is short. Ball ends up back to Exeter here with 8 seconds.
Well, you know what? If I'm a reserve, I'm happy I got in the game. I'm not happy we got beat like we did, but they never gave up. So your positive is we didn't give up, and we cut down the turnovers the second half by 5. We only had 5 turnovers.
That's it. Exeter is 2-0. Final score 66-43. As this one never really in doubt. Blue Hawks 2-0. They will host Portsmouth, travel up 95 to Portsmouth coming up on Friday. Lancers will look to rebound later this week as well. Coming up, a chat with the longtime Exeter head coach Jeff Holmes, plus stats, highlights, recap, analysis, and out-of-town scoreboard. Lot to get to in just a moment. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. The New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, 66-43 is the final score. Exeter is 2-0 after a wire-to-wire impressive victory over Londonderry in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham here. And we've got Coach Holmes live in effect. Coach, you got to be happy with the way your team looked, really on both ends of the floor tonight, right? What was the key?
Yeah, I thought we played. We came out defensively. We played pretty good defense from the start, and we made them. They didn't get easy looks. The Paquette's going to hit tough shots. We had to live with those, but I thought overall we were engaged. We didn't have a lot of mental lapses, and so I thought it was a good performance for us.
Yeah. Big night out of your quote-unquote stars, right? Your returning starters anyway. Nate McNeff had 23 points. Thibodeau almost had a double-double. We may have missed one, but 11 and 10
Very close.
there.
Very close.
And then Greco, I thought, really set the tone early in that first half with 11 of his 16 coming before halftime. What can you say about those three guys and the way they've gotten off to their senior seasons?
Yeah, well, Jack Thibodeau's,
Thibodeau's a junior.
Yeah, but Nate and Nick, I brought them up when they were freshmen, at the end of the year. And so they're seasoned, high school basketball guys, and they're really good players. And, they're focused, and, they're tough to stop.
Justin?
Well, we were talking, too, about your defense and the way you changed it up multiple times, and it didn't look like they were ready to handle your half-court trap early, your different full-court presses. You trapped in the second half, did things that they weren't quite ready for, that you guys have practiced probably quite a bit. Did you do much of that on Friday? Anything different, all those things that you did tonight?
We did it. We didn't play zone on Friday, but I experimented a little bit with a big lineup, and I thought we wanted to try our zone with our big lineup out there with Tomasi. He was about 6'5", so it worked out pretty good. And it is tough as coaches. We haven't had much practice time,
right.
so
No.
you throw a lot of different defenses out. Sometimes the teams haven't had a chance to prepare for them.
Well, I got two fun stats. Well, probably three. I have three fun stats. So you out-rebounded them 33 to 17. So that shows the aggressive on the board. Your size, reared its ugly head, and you shot 19 free throws. I'm not gonna say how many you made. I'm not gonna go there. You shot 19 free throws. They shot two free throws, and then you only had 7 turnovers to their 15. So the glaring stats shows as to why you won the game. Yeah. I think. If I'm looking at that, I'm looking at those. I was like, wow.
No doubt.
Some of those wowed me when I saw those. Such big differences.
Those are good stats for us. No doubt. So
yeah,
we'll take that.
I think you guys are going to be okay. We both talk. You guys are in really good shape.
You've got another road game, Coach, coming up on Friday against Portsmouth. What can you tell us about the Clippers here early on without giving too much away?
They're really good. We play them in the summertime in our summer league, and he's got some really talented young players. They're very, very talented. So it'll be a tough test on the road, but we're looking forward to it.
Coach, happy holidays.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it.
Good win, Coach. Good win.
I'm sure we'll see you again soon.
Oh,
Exeter.
We will.
2-0 as they hand Londonderry their first defeat tonight, 66-43. The unofficial player of the game is Nate McNeff.
Yep.
23 points.
Call that early.
And 7 boards or so
he was good.
He was outstanding tonight.
6 or 7 assists. We didn't.
Right.
It's too hard to do assists. I think there's too many, but he probably had 6 or 7 assists as well.
3 players in double figures, including McNeff. Jack Thibodeau, 11 points, 9 rebounds. Nick Greco, again, a big first half, 11 of his 16 before the break. Londonderry, 1 player in double figures. Mason Paquette, senior guard, with 17. Blake Thompson chipped in with 9 points, all of them from downtown. James Totten played hard as well, finishing with 7 points. Some other scores from around the state. Only one other Division I game tonight. Most of the action, of course, was last night.
It's, again, weird.
Portsmouth, they're next up on the schedule for Exeter. And right now they're holding a 59-52 lead over BG at the start of the fourth quarter.
And where are we playing this game?
This game is in Nashua.
Okay.
We will see BG against Bedford on Friday night at 6:30 here in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire game of the week.
And that's what's going to be interesting. We're not going into this year knowing who's going to win some of these games.
Right.
We're going to go to Bedford, and we used to go to Bedford last year and go, yeah, they're probably going to win this game tonight, except when we got toward the end. Toward the end, teams were starting to push them a little bit, make it tough for them to win. This year, we can walk into any gym and go, I'm not sure.
A little more parity this year.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
And a big unknown, especially in the month of December.
Yes.
When it's really fun.
Yeah, and like Coach Holmes said, they don't get a lot of practice time. They just had tryouts a week and a half ago.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you have to start playing. Now, luckily, most of these guys play in the summer, so you kind of get to know who your team is and what's going on. And now with the open gyms, you're essentially allowed to practice with open gym. If you want to put that kind of time into it, or do you want to let them just play? Most coaches now will, do some drills and, get a little bit of extra practice time in. But a lot of guys are playing football.
Right.
They're doing other things, and then you can't necessarily get everyone there. Maybe Exeter does. Maybe that's why they seem a little bit further ahead than, say, Londonderry has, a lot of football players. I don't know. But we're going to see some weird games this year that we've not seen for a while. You watch.
This was a fun one tonight. Exeter, a wire-to-wire win, 66-43 is the final score. Want to thank Kathy and her crew here at Exeter, the new athletic director. The old AD was on the ground here tonight.
I saw him. Wow,
handling
Bill Ball.
business in her absence. She'll be back tomorrow, from what I understand. A big athletic director conference has claimed the attention of multiple ADs.
They like to meet
across the
There's a lot of
state.
meeting.
So
Nick, a lot of
bring
meeting.
Bill Ball back out of retirement for at least tonight to help with the setup. We appreciate that. His old Lieutenant Rusty on the ground, of course, helping out as well. Good to see Sherm and the rest of the Exeter game day staff here at Exeter High School.
Velvet throat.
Want to thank our sponsors, of course, Beals Insurance, MG Sports Fundraising, and the New Hampshire Tomahawks. Great to have them in our corner again this season. Want to thank our crew here at Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. John Barron here early, spearheading the setup. Doing a great job down in the court. And up here keeping us company with the aerial view. That was Matt Beals doing a bang-up job tonight as well. For the man behind the curtain.
Ooh, the Wizard.
The Wizard of Replay. Our director, Ben Beals, back at the Beals Insurance Studios. And executive producer, Steve Beals, down in the Sunshine State.
Oh, see, he just spends most of the time working on his tan while we sit here and battle through, right? He just tans, just working on his tan.
I'm Nick Anastas for Justin Gorham saying so long. Final score, final time, Exeter 66, Londonderry 43. This has been a presentation of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.